Okay, I'm going to tell you about shopping, and I'm not keen on shopping, but at the same time, it seems to me that I have so much to say. I will try not to repeat the ideas that I have already mentioned in the previous tasks. So, speaking about me and in terms of shopping, so everyday routine. We never do the shopping for the week ahead because we are never at home. We leave home in the morning and come back home just late in the evening, so we don't cook much, maybe twice or three times a week. So we that is why we never pick up tons of things and pack our fridge with food. Moreover, I don't like it when the fridge is full, and it seems to me that the food is off in a couple of days and I'm squeamish to eat it. Just our regular shopping, we take turns with my husband and drop in the nearest supermarket to do the shopping on our way home. The one who gets free earlier just does the shopping. Um, I never write a shopping list because we are quite conservative and stick to our eating habits. So we buy just the things that are totally necessary for us. The food basket is almost always the same. We buy bread and yogurts, cheese, milk, eggs and sausages, because my husband always has fried eggs for breakfast, some vegetables, so fruit, and we have a discount card and get a percentage back using it when we do the shopping in the supermarket. And there is a shop next to the supermarket where I usually buy household goods, some things like toothpaste or washing powder, soap, and things like that. Mm, so sometimes when we run out of bread or milk, I can send my daughter off for it. Um, and when I do the shopping, I hardly ever check and look over the package. I just check the expiry date of the products I want to buy, and that's it. The buying that mm, the most expensive thing that I've ever bought was my car, but actually I have already told about it when I was making a speech about money. So I had to take a loan to afford it, um, and I had to pay for 3 years for it, including interest. The last thing I bought was a new sofa, and today I had it delivered, so you can see it in my Instagram stories. And now we need to buy a chandelier, and I want to place a round table in the living room for our family dinners because our kitchen is too small, and it's impossible to have a meal all together there. What else? Shopping for clothes. Actually, I will never go um, shopping to a big shopping mall because I get annoyed just at the beginning when I have to circle the parking lots and trying to find the place to leave my car. And waiting in lines also gets on my nerves. When we need to buy some clothes for my daughter, it can actually turn into a nightmare because on one hand she's not old enough to go shopping on her own, but at the same time she has such a difficult age that it's impossible to persuade her by the things that I consider suit her and fit her perfectly. So there is no point in trying to persuade her, because it will turn into a waste of money. I can actually make her agree with me, but later she will just refuse to wear the things that I chosen for her, and that's it. So I just prefer not to interfere and not to throw the money down the drain. Um, as for my clothes, I usually go to there are two shops where I always buy the clothes for me, and as I am a regular customer, I have a discount card that gives me 15% of the price, and it can be a bargain. And I trust the shop assistants there because they just know me in person, and they will never flatter in order to sell me something. They will always give me good advice and help me choose something that really suit me and fits me perfectly. A couple of days ago we went shopping for clothes for my daughter because she needed to renew her clothes for school, and I saw we just dropped in a shop and I saw a coat there in stock. I had the same coat, but I bought it in another shop, and it cost me 4,000 rubles less than it cost in the shop, because the prices where I buy clothes are cheaper, and as I have already said, I have a discount card. So one and the same thing, the price is different at about 30 or 40%. So mm, I try to be money wise and be a reasonable spender, not to waste money, and not to pay more if I can find the same thing that cost cheaper somewhere. Mm, I never go window shopping, and I never shop around just spending hours looking for things that I want to buy. Sometimes I wait for sales if I want to buy something that is not urgent, and so I will wait until the prices are reduced and there is something on a special offer. Mm, so when I buy clothes, I make sure that I can pair it with anything, and the thing I buy goes with something that I have in my closet. Um, there were times when I was into dresses because you don't need to think to pair it with something. You just put it on and that's it. Mm, I don't like searching for the information about brands and reading the product reviews. So if we need to choose something, I always ask my husband to do it. Mm, well, speaking about online shopping, I'm not quite good at it and I don't use it very often. I will never do the shopping for clothes online because I prefer to see and to touch the cloth and to try things on to see if they suit me or not. And mm, I'm hesitant to shop online, and that is why I hope that online shopping won't exclude and replace just regular shopping. Moreover, when you order something online and pay for it by credit card, you have to wait for the delivery, and sometimes it takes not just 1 or 2 days, it can take more than a week. Now, the last thing I bought online were the cards with idioms. I found profile in the Instagram where I found these cards and wanted to order them. So I placed an order and paid for them, and then I had to wait for 10 days, I think, to get it delivered. So it's not very comfortable for me when you just go to the shop and buy things, you take it with you and you're happy. That's it. I don't like buying things that are not really necessary. I mean, some souvenirs that will be covered with dust and things like that. I almost use cash to pay for my purchases, and mm, but sometimes I use my credit card. Mm, what else? I try to be money wise and be a reasonable spender, and I try to plan my budget and make a list of things that I need to buy in advance. I prefer not to take loans and buy things that I can't afford. I'd rather wait for a while and save to be able to buy it and not to pay interest later. Mhm. That's it.